Good morning and welcome to Statewide Disability Advisory Council meeting. I'm Bobby Dutta, your SDAC co-chair. I have black hair and wear glasses, and my pronouns are he, him, his. I'm pleased to be joined today by our newest SDAC co-chair, Alex Pinata. Alex, say hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Bonetta. As Bobby mentioned, I'm also an SDAC co-chair. Happy to be here, learning the ropes from Bobby. So I will hang out on the sidelines. And just to describe myself, I also have black hair, some salt and pepper in here. I don't know if you can see it. Dark framed glasses go by he, him. And Just to describe myself, I'm also uh, half Mexican, half Honduran, and I have some facial hair. So that gives it, Bobby. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Please note that this session will be recorded and later shared on YouTube channel. To ensure the best experience for everyone, I would like to share a few brief guidelines. If you're using multiple devices, please mute the speakers and microphone on all but one to prevent audio feedback. We ask that you keep your microphone muted when not speaking. During our Q&A session, you can simply unmute to ask your question. Now, let's begin our meeting. It is my honor to introduce California State Treasurer Fiona Ma. Do we have Treasurer Ma? I can spotlight. Alex, would you spotlight Treasurer Ma when she comes on?
I'm here.
Oh,
Can you see me, Bobby?
I don't quite see you.
Yes, I
Oh, I think I just saw.
yes.
Okay.
Scroll to another page. It might be on another page, but we see you. Yes.
There you are. Thank you.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and properly introduce you to our guests
Okay.
that are here. Again, it's my honor to introduce California State Treasurer Fiona Ma, a trailblazing leader who made history as the first woman of color and first CPA to hold this vital position. Elected in 2018 with unprecedented support and reelected in 2022. She serves as the banker for the world's fourth largest economy. Under her leadership, the Treasurer's Office has taken bold action to address California's most pressing challenges. During COVID-19 pandemic, she mobilized resources for small businesses, healthcare facilities. She has transformed state housing program to tackle affordability and homelessness while funding clean energy initiative that create jobs. As treasurer, she oversees 2 trillion in annual payments and investment portfolio exceeding $90 billion. Before entering public service, she worked at Ernst & Whinney, now Ernst & Young, before establishing her own accounting practice. She holds degrees from Rochester Institute of Technology, Golden Gate University, and Pepperdine University. Beyond her official duties, she serves on several prominent boards and shares her home with her husband, Jason, a firefighter, a harbor commissioner, and their rescue pets. Please welcome California State Treasurer Fiona Ma. Treasurer
Thank
Ma,
you.
the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bobby, and thank you to your whole coalition and everybody who's on this call. We have really enjoyed our partnership together as chair of the Cal Able board. We work closely with folks from the disability community, and we hope that everybody knows about our program, that now you can save up to $18,000 in your own name if you are diagnosed with a disability before 26 years old. But the good news is, starting January 1st, 2026, the age of onset for disability will be 46 years old, because we know that adults get hurt later on in life, whether it's on the job or perhaps in the military, or a lot of first responders, especially post-COVID, a lot of PTSD, etc. So this is really a way for individuals to save, for any type of medical need. It's a very flexible program. You just, if it's helping you in your daily life to live a better quality of life, then you will be able to use your savings to be able to accomplish that. Whether you need a lamp put in your house, you need a special device, or you even need to go on vacation because you also need to maintain a good work-life balance and be able to be mentally, happy. And so vacations are also included. So that is an amazing program. And we also appointed a new executive director, Thomas Martin. I'm not sure if he's on today, but Thomas has been a great addition to our team, extremely vested, understands the mission, and doing more and more to do more outreach because we still know that there are folks that don't know about our program, but it could be really valuable. And once you open an account, you can send around a gift link so that during holidays or special occasions, you can send your link out to your friends and family and ask them to please donate into your account, Able account, instead of buying you a gift that you may or may not want. So I think this is a win-win situation, and there's so many people that have benefited. And if you are one that has benefited and really appreciate the program, we're always looking for ambassadors to be videotaped, to talk about their experience and how their Cal Able account is helping them live a more productive and better life. So that is our Cal Able program. Since I have you, I just want to ask our viewers to help us try to give out this free money for first through 12th graders on free and reduced lunch. They're eligible for $500 in their child savings account. If they're a foster youth, another 500, and if they're homeless, another 500. So this is $1,500 that's eligible for these millions of children, but it's been hard to give away free money from the government because people don't believe free is free, especially now, but it is free. We are not giving out any information to any government agency. Your information is private. And the way you sign up for your CalKids is through your student ID number. So not your social security number. You don't include your address. And the system already knows whether you qualify for the money, but you have to go and claim it. So that's calkids.org. I think Rochelle is on this call, so Rochelle can put in the specifics in that. And this money was really set aside post-COVID when we had 2 years of record surpluses. The governor and the legislature set aside $2 billion so that young people will have the hope and the dream of going to higher education or a certified apprenticeship program. And so a lot of times people, parents, maybe guardians don't save for their child's education because they don't know if their child is going to go to higher ed. But having this money puts that seed in that young person's mind that they can, and maybe they should look into it instead of thinking that they're never going to go to college. So why should they even study in school? So that's an important program, Cal Kids. And then our third savings program is Cal Savers. Anybody who is not offered a retirement savings plan at their workplace, if they have one or more employee after January 1st, 2026, they will also have to enroll their employees with our program, Cal Savers. So again, they will start saving in case they need the money, in case their car broke down, in case they need to put a down payment on another apartment. This money is really there for their savings because we know that many people don't have a lot of savings in case something catastrophic happens. I think during my parents' time, they advised everyone should have 3 months of savings, based on their salary. But these days, It's really, really hard to save. I know that costs have been going up. It's more and more expensive. And so many of us are just trying to live month to month. But this is a set it and forget it type of saving. It comes out of your paycheck. And so if you don't see it, you're not going to spend it. And meanwhile, that money that you're saving continues to grow and compound in case you need it for any sort of emergency. That money is there for you. So you don't have to go into high student loan debt or go to a payday loan agency, et cetera, which charges exorbitant credit card fees. So we have lots of programs. If you're interested in our small business programs, that's probably for another time. But we have a resource guide on our website, www.treasure.ca.gov. The first red box is for our wildfire relief resource guide, mostly catered toward the folks down in Southern California. But then in the next box, there is another box, and under that it says small business resource guide, which also applies to nonprofits. So pretty much any program that we offer to small businesses is also offered to nonprofits. So I know a lot of you do have a nonprofit, work for a nonprofit, and are also looking for some capital, line of credit, loans, collateral support, etc. So those are also under my office. And in case you get stuck, you're trying to reach an agency, you're waiting for your check, you got a notice that you don't understand, nobody's calling you back or emailing you back, please feel free to email me at askfiona@treasure.ca.gov, askfiona@treasure.ca.gov. And Catherine Asprey, that's her main job, is to respond to emails, text messages, phone calls to try to resolve your problem or to put you in touch with an agency or live person who can help you. So thank you, everybody. Hope you have a great conference here today. Please consider us your partner and a resource at the Treasurer's Office. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Treasurer. Do you have a couple of minutes for Q&A?
Sure.
Do we have any question for Treasurer Ma? If you have any questions, simply unmute and ask the question. One of the things you mentioned. Go ahead.
Hi, Fiona. I met you. I met you a few months ago with Mr. Rufino too. He was our president at ACSS. And I have a question. I think we probably tackled this last year, Fiona. These programs, like the savings program that you have, are they like pre-tax or are they after tax already?
Yes, those are after-tax programs, similar to a Roth IRA. So that's why after you save, you are able to access it and use it if you need it.
Thank you.
Without penalty.
Any other question, Glenn?
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Alex, go ahead. You have your hand up.
Thank you, Bobby. Fiona, a question. I'm new to CalAble, and so I don't know what I don't know. I'm looking at the website right now, and it mentions that you can have SSI, and I understand that there is a $2,000 asset limit because I myself, at a much younger age, decades ago, used to be on Social Security disability. So I wonder, does this also apply to SSDI or only SSI?
Do I have an expert on from CalAble? If not, I will take a stab at it. I believe it includes both. When you open up a CalAble account, it does not impact your other savings or payments that you are currently receiving from the federal government, for example. So this is in addition, and it's taken a couple of years to work with the U.S. federal government so that they didn't confuse this program and cut off, discontinue the funding that people are getting through SSI and I believe SSDI. So, but if I'm wrong, Michelle, please ask someone to get on from CalAble later on or jump in with that response. But yes, this is in addition.
Okay, thank you, Fiona.
One,
you, Treasurer. And I've put some notes in the chat box as well, so we will get those answers for you.
Okay, thank you, Michelle.
one quick question I have for you. You mentioned the fire, the LA fire, that's always on our mind recently. Are there any programs, relief, or anything that the Treasurer's Office can discuss or talk about relating to that for victims of LA fire?
Well, we have a whole resource guide on my website, so that's that red box. So please download it. There are certain provisions, for example, filing your federal and state income taxes. Normally they're due on April 15th, and now they have been extended to October 15th, along with the federal delay. So income taxes, individual income taxes, corporation taxes are now delayed back to October 15th, as well as sales taxes are given a couple of months, I think 1 quarter of relief. Some of the banks are giving 90 days extension to pay your mortgage, but you should definitely notify your bank if you haven't already so that they can put a pause on your payment due. Your insurance company as well. If you have insurance, you need to notify your insurance company and let them know what extent your damage is so that they can start calculating what your coverage is going to be. There are also some, I think, relief programs, some money that's available to help victims. I know that there are a lot of housing folks who want to some of them want to donate, like ADUs, tiny homes, if people are looking for it and have space in their, in their yard for a tiny home. At some point, we are putting together a database of all those ADU tiny home modular companies, and then trying to see if we can find some banks to finance them upfront, either with a line of credit or a low interest loan, so that people can start accessing, buying, creating them, so that they can start moving on with their life and watch the rebuilds from their own property, for example. So there's much more in my guide. Please pull it up. And if you have any questions, again, please do not hesitate to email me.
That's great information. Do we have any other question for Treasurer Ma? I have one other question. The federal landscape has changed. There's been various executive orders and, withholding of funding and so on. Are any of those changes affecting the Treasurer's Office or the program that Treasurer's Office are involved with? Or will it impact the citizens of California?
Yeah, so most of the funds that we roll out from the Treasurer's Office is already dedicated. It's been in the budget. So if it's a federal program, we receive the money. It's in our basket of funds, and so they will not affect the current programs that we are rolling out right now. It may affect our future programs. So when we hear that there's an executive order from the federal government, they can't necessarily, I mean, they could go back and try to claw back the money, but we have seen from the past that it's very, very hard, especially when the money has been dedicated, all the paperwork is in, right? The I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, very hard to get that money back. But it's really the new money that people are concerned about, whether they're going to get the continued benefits and the services and the programs that they've been depending on in the past. So that is what is at risk right now.
I see. Thank you so much. Do we have any other questions for Treasurer Ma?
I got one more. Thank you, Bobby, for bringing in the federal aspect. As you know, I think I spoke to you last time to Bobby, Fiona, a couple of weeks ago. I think there was a in the attempt to dismantle the federal Department of Education, there was also, I think, a talk or a mention about special education. Should the federal government not give funding for special education, how do you think the effect on California? Uh, what would be the effect on California? The funding for special education in California would be.
Well, special education classes are very important and integral uh, to who we are as Californians and being inclusive and making sure that every student has that opportunity to succeed through our educational system. So we have an Attorney General, Rob Bonta. You all know Rob, and he is the one that is tasked with kind of enforcing many of these programs to make sure that they remain equitable and fair and accessible to our students and our residents. So I would imagine if there is a threat to special education funds, all of you will get together, right? Start calling your legislators, your assembly members, your senator, your governor, your Tony Thurmond, so that we can do something and fight together to protect those funds.
Any other questions for Treasurer Ma?
I see Thomas Martin, I believe my executive director for Cal Able is on, and if you wouldn't mind, maybe you can pop him up so that people can see him, meet him, hear him. He can give a little introduction about himself, and then he can also answer that SSDI question.
Great. And we have Lisa Cushman with a hand raised. Lisa, go ahead, ask your question.
Hi, Treasurer Ma. I reported a bug that I've been experiencing for the last few months with Cal Able, with my Cal Able account. You don't have to have an answer for it now. I put it in the chat, but it might be something for Director Martin to take note of and just to because I've been having issues where it's I log in and about 2/3 of the time it says I don't have an account with Cal Able, and I log back in, and after 2 or 3 attempts, it shows my account, but it's a little the first few times it happened, it certainly made me anxious.
Yeah. All right. Director Martin, you're welcome to unmute and speak or go on camera. I'll put you on.
Sure. Hi. Yes, this is Thomas Martin. I'm the executive director for Cal Able. Yeah, that's a pretty unusual problem. I hadn't heard that before, but I'd be very happy to look into it and try to help you out. I'll go ahead and put my email into the chat, and you can contact me that way. And I'll also drop my phone number in there as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Director Martin. Any other questions for Director Martin?
Yeah, just possibly a general question, and maybe there's not an answer. So I'm just wondering if there is an outage which may be applicable to the site. If somebody has a disability that impacts their vision, is there some sort of way that they are notified while they're visiting the site that there's an outage or there's technical issues?
Let me find out what the protocol is for that. So typically when there's there are like maintenance outages, planned outages, that sort of thing, that notices are sent out ahead of time for. But as far as meaning like via email, but as far as an unplanned outage, I can find out about that. I'm not quite sure what that would look like for someone who can't, for someone with vision challenges. So yeah, that's a good question. Let me find out.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, if you can, like I said, I'll put my email in the chat. If you send an email to me, then that way I can get back to you on that.
Thank you so much, Director Martin. If there are no other questions for Director Martin or Treasurer Ma, I'm going to bid them goodbye and express my gratitude for their presence here. Thank you so much, and please come back and see us anytime. And we also understand you're running for an elected office. Again, congratulations. We
Thank you.
wish you the best.
Thank you. As long as the voters will have me, I will continue to represent.
Well, you've done a great job for Californians. I'm sure that any capacity you wish to run ultimately is going to be welcome news.
Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
All right.
Love each other.
Bye.
Thank you, Fiona.
Bye.